Choosing the right lineup for a function band. Bigger bands don't always make more money. Flexible will always beat size. So make sure that if you have a 5-piece band, 6-piece band, 7-piece band, that you can adjust. Offer the clients other smaller lineup options, other bigger lineup options. Offer a duo option that you can provide for the ceremony, drinks reception, maybe dinner. Be flexible. If you have a 4-piece band or a 5-piece band without any horn section and the client asks if you can add a horn section, make sure that you have those musicians ready and lined up so you can add them to your lineup and offer a bigger setup. It doesn't mean that bigger is better, but flexible will always win over size. Deputies are also essential. Make sure that you have, as we're saying, a horn section lined up in case the client wants a horn section. If your singer is unwell, if something happens with one of the musicians, make sure that you have deputies, which we call, or replacements, if you will, that will offer the same service and the same quality. And the band will not lose anything by using a deputy or a replacement. Every extra musician will affect the pricing. So make sure that you portray that to the client, that if you're going to add a musician, you might need to add other extra travel expenses, extra accommodation, depends where the musician is coming from. Obviously, the musician will also have to get paid the fair fee. Maybe the band itself will take an extra commission from that fee. That is completely up to you. But make sure that you make it clear to the client that the musician will affect the pricing. That doesn't mean that if you have a 4-piece band that's going out for 2,000 euros, that doesn't mean that every musician is getting paid 500 euros. Maybe adding an extra musician will cost them an extra 600 euros just because you need to add extra things that we're talking, travel and accommodation. So make it clear that you tell the client, this is the pricing for our main lineup, and the extra musician will come at this cost, and depending on where the place is, we might need travel and accommodation, which will have to be added also on top. The best lineups are flexible and not fixed, and this is how most successful bands structure themselves. We see this every day at FixTheMusic, with clients coming to our bands asking them to add or remove musicians for whatever their needs are. So make sure that you structure your band in a perfect way so that it's flexible in going bigger with adding more musicians or removing a couple of musicians or one musician to make it smaller and fit the client needs.